November 17th is a special day for Koreans, though not as widely recognized as national holidays like Liberation Day or Independence Movement Day. This date has been dedicated specifically to the brave men and women who valiantly put their lives on the line in the struggle to gain freedom from Japan's colonial rule. Which is why for our news features tonight, Unshin sheds light on their sacrifices through a story of a third-generation independence movement protester.
In the early 20th century, Korea suffered under Japanese rule for some 35 years.
중국 애들한테 그 강가에서 놀림받고, 돌림방지라고 놀림받고서.
90-year-old Oh Hee-ok is one of the activists who fought to liberate Korea. Spending her youth in China, even before reaching her teens, she joined the Korea's resistance movement against the Japanese army.
My father got captured and was under the custody of the Japanese imperial military. I was scared, but I knew that I had to fight and help defeat the Japanese army. So I started my part as an activist by gathering key information about Japanese troops and working in close liaison with other groups of activists spread across China.
An activist who later also helped many draftees escape the Japanese troops. The origin of Oh's legacy can be traced through her family. Her father, Oh Kwang-sun, was a general fighting against the Japanese Imperial Army in Manchuria, China. Her mother, Chung Hyun-suk, carried classified information for the movement. And Oh's grandfather, Oh In-soo, raised and led an army of civilians to join the resistance. But unlike her father and grandfather, Oh Hee-ok was only recognized for her contribution decades later. In 1990, she received the Medal of Merit for National Foundation, a prestigious decoration that should have come even sooner for her mother, Chung Hyun-suk, who posthumously received the honor.
조금 기쁘기도 하고.
I was happy, but mostly I was calm and almost numb when I received the recognition. I know there were countless female liberation activists, and yet there is a lack of effort to track them down. Sometimes even the children of the activists may not know that their mothers and grandmothers were fighters.
As of now, some 15,000 are officially recognized as Korea's independence movement activists, and every year through review, around 12 people are added to the list. But with Korea marking more than 7 decades of freedom this year, preserving historic records from that time, and acknowledging the efforts and suffering of the activists, who number far more than 15,000, is more important than ever. Once a prison under Japanese colonial rule, it is now preserved as a public memorial hall. Some 70 years ago, thousands of Korean liberation activists suffered at this very place. And that includes Oh Hee-ok's grandfather, Oh In-soo, who nearly spent a decade here. Through the rooms of Sadaemun Prison History Hall, which display the torture and execution that happened here, visitors get a sense of the fear and pain the activists suffered.
When I learned about our national history, I often wondered what I would have done if I had been under such circumstances. I don't know if I could have acted like the brave activists, and now that I see what they have been through, I just admire their courage and I have a newfound gratitude for our country.
Places like this teach us that this peaceful nation was earned through the sacrifices of the independence fighters. And through that, we are reminded of the freedom, peace, and human rights that we get to enjoy now.
Mrs. Oh and her family's legacy is also displayed in a local museum. As she showed me the medal she was given, she reminisced about countless national heroes who have passed away without their perseverance and tenacity being properly acknowledged. Now, as one of just 3 living females from the independence movement, her only hopes? For their work to remain in the hearts of all Koreans, even long after they're gone.
To this day, I can hear my fellow fighters cry for the freedom of Korea, and I hope children will also get to know of that. Let them learn with documents, pictures, and footage, because that's what our country has been through. And only through knowing such painful history can one then ponder how to make this country stronger and better.
Unshin, Arirang News.